Hi, everyone. Welcome to this 30-day program designed to build resilience, connect you with your strength, your sources of power, your joy, your happiness. And we're on day 8. So hopefully you've done the introduction, you've done the previous days, you're writing in your journal, you're getting some insights, and you're starting to get some idea about the way that you could build up your life, even if you haven't got a plan yet. This will help you get towards that. And even if you've got a plan, it helps to review and see what you want to carry on working on and what you can let go of. So today we're looking at letting go to grow. So sometimes we have to let go of things that are no longer yielding any fruit, providing any life force, and focus on the things that are growing and changing. And because we're on day 8 and there's been a lot of thought processes involved in the other videos that I've got, this is about using the death card again because it's about transformation. So this is kind of that revisit to letting go, okay? And so we can do this fairly regularly, think what's working, what worked well this week, what didn't work well, what did I enjoy, what I didn't enjoy, what am I investing my energy in, where is that working, where is that growing, and where is it stagnant and not changing. So transformation is also a part of letting go, letting go of old identities, of who we believed ourselves to be, of the ways or habits that we no longer want anymore. We're letting go of those and introducing new habits and behaviors that serve a different or a better purpose. So we can't carry fears and outdated beliefs or heavy habits into our next chapter. Today, the death card reminds us that those outdated beliefs, that we need to let go of those. And it isn't loss, it's a liberation, but we can feel a sense of loss, depending on what they mean and how heavily attached we are to those ideas, beliefs, values, and identities. So as we shed what's not aligned, we create space for fresh inspiration, opportunities, and abundance. You are not who you were, and that is something to celebrate. So you can have a releasing ritual, write down something that you're ready to release, or several things like particular food that's making you sick, drink that's making you sick, certain friendships where you just don't have the joy and fun anymore, or the job, smaller things, items in your house. Many women I know, I can't talk for all the men's wardrobes, but many women have lots of things that are related to previous job roles. And I know that since 2020, I haven't worked in an office. So the things that I used to wear in the office, some of them are still in the cupboard. And I realized they all kind of have their own energy. That if you've had conferences you went to and you felt great and you faced a challenge and it went fairly well or great, that item of clothing will remind you of that. But items of clothing can also remind you of people that you've worked with where it wasn't great. And so even if you like the item, it still has that kind of reminder. And so sometimes that's why we need to let things go, or let things go that we think we'll wear when we get to the size that maybe we want to be. And rather than saying, you know what, when I get to that fitness plan, have that outcome, meet that goal, I'm going to treat myself to something new that belongs to this time. And so our time, energy, and effort becomes even more of a prize. That's the true gift. So write down what you're ready to release, and then tear up that paper or safely burn it, as I said earlier, in the full moon. Okay. And the yoga move with that is the seated fold. So again, ask yourself what you're ready to let go of, and what new possibilities excite you when you start to imagine afresh. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.